the most famous band of all time, the Beatles, they used to do that a lot as well. So I don't know if any of you know the story behind it's the most covered song of all time. This is this thing, which is Yesterday by the Beatles. And it's been covered 7 million times, which I just find absolutely mind-boggling. So by all the greats, people like Sinatra, Elvis Presley, Daffy Duck as well. Anyway, it's been covered an awful lot, but it began very humbly as a dream. So Paul McCartney dreamt this melody one night, woke up the next day, desperate not to forget this melody. So he's sort of looking around thinking, I need something to anchor this tune with some words. And he was on tour, so the first thing that he could see was somebody making breakfast. So he started singing scrambled eggs. Oh, my baby, how I love your legs, but not as much as scrambled eggs. So absolutely terrible lyrics, but it helped him to keep that tune in his head. And for the next couple of months, that's all it was. He used to drive the Beatles nuts by singing this scrambled egg song. But it got him started. And sometimes that's what you need. You need a lucky start to just get yourself going, and then you can apply some of the more conventional strategic rigor, or in his case, sort of songwriting rigor, and obviously he eventually made it into something much more profound. But I like that addition of luck and random chance elements to create something new. And I thought we might finish off by trying a little bit of that. Again, I don't know if this format's going to quite work, but I wonder whether if you could suggest some categories or sectors in the chat function, and then somebody might need to sort of adjudicate and choose one for me. But if we were having to improvise and think of some strategies for a particular brand, only using the lyrics of Yesterday, I'm going to give it a try. So this might be a nightmare, but let's see. Anybody want to suggest anything? Gardening equipment. Viagra, oh my God, that's that. Please someone suggest something else. I don't have to do that. Suppositories. I see what sort of crowd we've got in today. Some filthy minded people.
Andy,
what are we going to do?
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you to do. It's already been mentioned once. Viagra. Start with that.
Seriously? Oh my God! All right. Okay. Now, okay. This could cause me all sorts of problems. But this might be where my career goes down the tubes. Good and proper. This one. Right. Okay. Okay. No judging. I'm gonna take a bit of water. So I go la 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 la. Right. Right. So Viagra coming in 10 minutes, and that we need sort of 15 different strategies or whatever to sort of to just start the process with them. So let's think. So Yesterday. Okay, that's a heritage strategy, isn't it? So that's like how long have how long have Viagra been doing this? Been doing this quite a long time now. So that's pretty reassuring. All my troubles seem so far away. Yeah, of course. And what they do is take your troubles away. So it could be a whole strategy about problem solution. That's sort of functional. Now it looks as if they're here to stay. That's all about endurance and longer lasting effects of Viagra. Can't believe I'm saying this now, but there's a sort of a durability. How long does the product last for, sort of thing. Oh, I believe in yesterday. That's your brand manifesto sort of strategy. So what do Viagra believe in these days? Okay. Suddenly, that's probably got all sorts of horrible connotations in this particular category, but maybe it's about impulse, maybe impulse purchasing of Viagra, because it allows you to live more spontaneously. I'm not half the man I used to be. That one actually fits perfectly with Viagra, so that might be all about our views of ourselves as men, and whether Viagra can help us feel like we are the men that we used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. That could be all about, remember that taboo thing that we talked about, and the shadow of masculinity that we're worried about, and maybe we should run all the way through to this and sort of embrace this shadow, this fear that we have for Viagra. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. My goodness, these lyrics are sounding so perfect now, but maybe that's all about our worries about what women might feel about this and their views. That might be quite an interesting targeting strategy that we target Viagra at women. I said something wrong. So that something wrong could be about taboos again, or misinformation. Maybe it's about sort of things that misguided information that people have about Viagra. There's probably a lot of that around, isn't there? Which they could correct. So that's perhaps a correcting sort of myth busting strategy. Now, a long for yesterday. Longing, that's like quite a common strategy. Like it's the got milk sort of strategy. When you're longing and desiring, obviously in this category, that could be quite an interesting take. Right, last verse. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. So obviously love. So maybe we make it more about love than sex. That's a strategy there. Easiness, it's all about how convenient it is, and game to play. Maybe we make it more playful. Maybe this brand has got kind of a serious connotation, and maybe we go with the jokes that people make about Viagra, and we play around with that a little bit. Now I need a place to hide away. Do you know what? Maybe that's about shame and the idea that we want to hide away, and that this brand is sort of slightly shameful, and do we have to confront that on its head? And then finally, we have the immortal lyrics that I'm sure took Paul McCartney months to write, where he finishes the song by saying, which I guess in this context is the enjoyment strategy. It's all about how enjoyable the effects of this product are going to be when you use it. And okay, I'm being an idiot now, and that was a particularly horrendous choice to give me. But hopefully I've sort of proved the point that certainly at the beginning of the process, a random element like that can actually liberate your mind and help you generate lots and lots of ideas that, of course, some of them are going to be rubbish, but some of them actually might be half okay once you go back to them with a more sort of rigorous sort of approach, and you filter them out, and you might end up with half a dozen that are half decent. My point is that I think luck is a good thing in life. Generally, to be lucky should be smiled upon as a nice and positive thing. So why do we spend so much of our time trying to eradicate it? We say, let's leave nothing to luck. Let's leave nothing to chance. Let's not allow luck into the situation. Whereas actually we should be trying to encourage it and facilitate it and carve out a little space and let the Lord walk through the room. And I think it also makes life and work life a little bit more fun if we do that as well. So I'm here to say, let's have a bit more luck at a time when probably all of us could do with a bit more luck. So go luck yourself.